This feels like it's a little bit like bingo. Like, am I hosting bingo right now?
For a long time, Dune was considered unfilmable in a sort of unedited or unsolicited.
Yes.
Well, what made Denis' vision for this film so achievable?
Denis Villeneuve. That man is the most humble, talented person that I've ever met in my entire life. You know, Denis Villeneuve is a man who trusts his collaborators, feels that he has the right instinct to pursue an achievement like this. You know, Dune is a tough story to make, and you know, I was at that back with the VFX crew from Dune who just won also, and we're just like, Denis is the man. We must, every article or everything that gets written about Dune must start with the words Denis Villeneuve.
Next up is 115, followed by 198.
Bingo.
Hey, Greg, congratulations. It's Mark from British Cinematographer and
Hey,
World
Mark.
Line.
Dude.
Yeah.
How are you?
I know. All right, thanks. How are
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Maybe the question after.
Really good, thank you.
Good.
I'm so sorry to be meeting like this.
Well, but hey, so when so here we are getting to talk just a couple weeks later after our Batman chat, and we left that with you going back to the second part of Dune.
Yep.
And what's going to be different? Can you expand on what will be different for you in this interval now from part one to part two? What will be changed? What will be the same?
Yep.
With this great collaboration you have with Denis and all the other craftspeople.
Well, I can't give you any scoops. I hate to say it. Like, I've been trained by the House of the Mouse at Lucasfilm to not give you any scoops. So I won't tell you anything beyond that. But I can tell you that this is a bigger story. I've read the script, and I'm more blown away by this script than I was by part one. I'm more excited. In fact, I was sitting at a meeting with Denis and Patrice and Paul the other day at Denis' house talking about this film. And I turned to Denis and said, I can't believe these people pay us to do this. Like, this is ridiculous. They pay us to make these movies, which are so exciting and so amazing. So I can tell you it's bigger and better and amazing. So I apologize for not giving you more than that.
198, followed by 140.
Greg, Carolyn Jardina from the Hollywood
Hello,
Reporter.
Carolyn. How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You talked about Denis, but would you also extend that and talk about your collaborators tonight who've also been recognized with Oscars? Would you talk about just the collaboration and also supporting each other tonight?
I mean, this is the most talented bunch of collaborators that I've ever worked with. And, you know, every single time I get together with these people, I'm always at the back of the room looking at them going, I am so honored and humbled and proud to be in the same room with these people. I mean, Patrice's work, I mean, I don't know if everyone's seen Patrice's work with Denis on Arrival, but it's insanely amazing. And to be asked to be part of that team, and Joe's work with Denis is amazing. And to be inserted into that, I feel very humbled. I can't think of a better word. I wish I could, but I feel humbled. You know, like I've shot with some amazing directors before, and I feel very lucky to have learnt from the directors I've learnt from. But this film also was a step forward for me as an artist. You know, I feel like there's so much to learn from Patrice and from Paul, who you'll get to speak to soon. You know, Paul and his team. Yeah, agreed. This is the thing, like, this is what filmmaking is when it's a sum of its parts, and this is why I got involved with filmmaking in the first place. It wasn't to hold up an Oscar for cinematography, which I will say I'm very honored to, so thank you, but it's not that. It's to make a film that it's better than the sum of its parts. It's better than the cinematography by itself. It's better than the VFX by itself. It's better than the design by itself. We are the culmination of Denis Villeneuve's combined group effort to make a movie, and that's what I'm the most proud of.
And now 140, followed by our remote press room.
Congratulations, Greg, I'm over here. It's like almost straight ahead.
Oh, hi, sorry.
Hi, Karen Peterson with Awards Daily.
How are you?
Congratulations. I know 45 seconds in an acceptance speech isn't a lot of time, so would you like to take a minute now to thank some of the folks from your team that helped you get here?
You know, my crew means everything to me, and like I'm going to lay their names out in in a written word. If I try and do it now, I'll sure to screw it up and I'll mispronunciate, or like my crew is everything to me. I can't do anything without them. They make up my deficiencies, so they are fantastic. I wish that they could be here with me tonight. I wish that we could celebrate all of those people, but unfortunately I am the figurehead. I am the unlucky bugger that has to stand up here and hold this aloft for them. So if we can all read their names when I publish them, that would be fantastic. My collaborators, as I just spoke to about with Carolyn, like they are the reason I'm here. And Denis Villeneuve, again, every article that needs to start with this film has to start with the words Denis Villeneuve, not the word Dune.
All right, now we'll go to our remote press room from Network 10 Australia. There'll be a delay.
Hello, Greg.
Oh,
It's
hello, mate.
Australia. Congratulations. Wait, just look straight down the camera. I'm coming to you. From
Okay, you are in, you're in heaven, according to my assistant.
And we are all so excited for you. We just announced it on the telly and the whole crew burst into applause. So well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Zero Dark 30, Lion, Rogue One, The Mandalorian, Dune, The Batman. That's just some of your resume. What is it about training here in Australia that makes you so good at this job?
Australians are very resilient. It's something that Australians don't kind of realise they are until they leave. And Australians are very resilient, and we're quite good at making do with not a lot. And that particularly goes for the film industry in Australia. We come up with some amazing stories, some of the best in the world, and we have some of the best talent, some of the best in the world. And like, if we can train in Australia, we can come to bigger budgeted films in either London or America or Europe, and we can kind of shine. And that's pretty evident this year, particularly in cinematography. You've got Ari Wegner, who, as you know, I'm a huge fan of, who I really, really, really am proud of her success. And to have Australians being represented the way that we are, outside of the traditional sort of acting and directing categories, it means a lot to me.
And now next is LUSA Lusa News Agency.
Hi, I'm Ana Rita from Portugal. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can. Through the camera?
Awesome, yes, look at me. Look at this virtual room.
Okay.
So congratulations, by the way. This movie has an incredible, the visuals are just breathtaking, and it's just a massive undertaking. So what was the most challenging thing about making this movie? The cinematography is just so incredible.
I think it was a series of thousands of little challenges. Not that every challenge was little, but thousands of medium to large challenges, so that every challenge seemed more insurmountable than the last. It was such a big story, ultimately this film is a story about character. So if you're standing there with a character, with a camera, and the actor's right, the script's right, the director's right, then you can't help but film something that's magical. So that's what I feel like we did on this. The scale was challenging. The desert was challenging. The heat was challenging. But ultimately, this was a film made good by its collaborators and by its artisans. We got through and we made a film that I'm super proud of.
Next up is The Wrap.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, who's this?
Joe McGovern from The Wrap.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Congratulations, very well deserved.
Thank you, mate.
Beautiful, beautiful work. But you mentioned just now Ari Wegner, your country person and your
Yes.
fellow nominee. Are you seeing maybe a change in the industry in terms of women cinematographers and opportunities for women? It's such a long boys' club historically, but are you noticing a great change there?
I'm glad you asked about that, because yes, there's a massive groundswell of interest in other voices that are occurring in the industry generally, and that's filtered its way down to the cinematography world. There's been a lot of talk about actors and actresses and directors that are minorities or people that are underrepresented, but cinematography has a long lead-up time. Like, to learn how to be a cinematographer takes time. And you don't just come out suddenly as a cinematographer. You need to learn your craft. And because of that, it means that we are looking at the world almost in reverse. We're looking at 2010, 2011, 2012. So I'm feeling like at this point in 2022, we're starting the process or beginning or continuing the process to be able to continue for underrepresented people, women, minorities, to be able to kind of have a voice in the cinematography world. So it's really exciting. I'm really excited to look at what's going to be happening cinematography-wise in about 2032. That's going to be my interest level there. It's going to be exciting.
And our last question is from the LA Times.
Hi, Greg. Sinai Kelly, LA Times.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, and you? Well, so do you have any thoughts on the Academy's decision not to televise the presenting of some of the awards, including for your Dune collaborators on the sound team?
How long do you have? Seriously, because I could probably talk to you for about 35 minutes, 30 hours actually. I mean, listen, I will say this, that 45 minutes that we did that was so much fun. And you know why it was fun? Because it was a bit more informal. That was why it was fun. But it's tricky, you know. I know we balance economics with the awards shows, but films are made by, you know, the sound recorders, by the visual effects supervisors, by the editors, by the production designers. You know, like that's how films are made, and it seems odd to have some random relegation. Everybody in this crowd realizes and understands why this happens. Like, we're not silly, and we understand the economics. But at the same time, it's up to us, I think, to change the economics, to change the fact that, you know, we want to encourage kids who are watching these awards to go, you know what, I'm not an actor, I'm not a director, I'm not a producer, but I want to be a makeup artist. So I want that recognition, or I want to feel that celebrity, whatever that word is, to apply to me in a job that I can go for. So I feel like it's a really, I mean, I understand, and it's a little short-sighted, but I get it. But I just want my particular collaborators, the particularly production design, editing, makeup and hair, you know, to be equally rewarded for the job they do.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.